Good morning. Welcome to the middle school math presentation. I want to thank you for coming. We just want to show real quickly some of the things that we've been doing in our classroom, and I'm going to be talking about both course one and course two and kind of clumping together what we've been doing because really it's kind of the same stuff. Been using a lot of pictures and having kids generate questions from the pictures using things like I see, I wonder, two truths and a lie. What questions do you have from this picture, and just kind of letting the kids generate questions that they have, and eventually you get to the mathematical questions that you want to. So the election has been a great example that we've been able to use. In this particular slide here, we show the picture of just the burger and ask for question, what questions do you have? And eventually you'll get into how much do you think that would cost? And then we'd show the slide of the cost of a cheeseburger, and they'd have to figure out that information. So kind of fun stuff that we've been doing. Here's an example, a little bit of some steamy stuff. The science teachers are talking about how kids are struggling with finding speed and using that equation of distance divided by time. And so we just did a question. We tried to figure out how fast do you need to go between a math room to get down to science. Did the measurement with meter sticks and did our calculations. So just some of the things that we've been doing, using a lot of pictures, using a bit from the news. This is an example of a semester one review from course two. Some of the kids are struggling with probability and finding the probability of multiple events. So we use this example from the Iowa caucus where Hillary Clinton won 6 coin tosses in a row, and kids trying to find that probability of how lucky are you. I'm going to get into the data right now, and this is course one. So this is our 6th grade course one data, and just one way that we can look at it, and we'll get to the demographics in just a little bit, but overall course average, number of kids, or the percentage that are 70% or higher, and then each one of the priority benchmarks, we can take a look at how we did last year and how we're doing this year, and the numbers are very, very similar in these categories. We feel like we're right on pace as to where we were last year. Here is last year's course one breakdown with demographics. And you should have all this information in front of you. Here's course two. So right now we would project that we would have 60% of our course one, that's at grade level kids, that will be proficient on their MCAs this year. If we go down and compare that 60% that are proficient to some of the other demographics, you can see course one has done a very nice job with free and reduced. They've done a very nice job in all their categories. Special ed is down a little bit compared to some of the other ones, as well as the Hispanic group. Hispanic group is a pretty small population though. So overall course one, we feel like we're right on pace as to what we were doing last year. We would project that we should be doing just as good, that our numbers should look about the same, and we had an outstanding year last year. Okay, course two, go through real quick. Here's 6th grade data. So the course two 6th grade data, again, numbers look very similar, and I think what's really impressive is the implementation of big ideas this year. New piece to our curriculum, and the teachers really enjoyed it, enjoyed using big ideas as part of our curriculum, and kids are doing really well. We thought that we might have a little bit of a dip because it's with new textbook, not quite knowing exactly what to expect on where kids are going to be, and our numbers look very, very similar as well. Here's the 7th grade course two data. You can see again from 2015 to 2016, breakdown of information. And then our demographics, here's 2014-15 information. Last year we had projected 64% of our course two kids would be proficient in for their MCAs. And this year, again, we're at 64% of our kids overall being proficient. Some of the areas of concern that we have, our Black population is very low, and we really, really need to do a better job of targeting and helping out our Black students. Free and reduced is down a little bit as well. The course two numbers in our demographic groups don't look quite as good as our course two do. So it's an area that we need to look at as a group and really, really get down to who are these kids and really make a focus on who with these kids so that we can boost up these numbers. Thank you, and we'll let Mike talk about middle school algebra, geometry, intermediate algebra, and squeeze.